Hey there everybody, how are you all doing? Thank you for checking out this video. Today we are going to talk about my home fragrance empties for the first half of September 2021. We're a little past the halfway point of September, but you know, I film when I can, and it is what it is. There are some car fragrance products in here that we'll talk about as well. But first up, let's talk about the two candles that I have finished. Towards the end of summer, I like to burn a berry waffle cone. So I started this in August and finished it around mid-September. I don't have scent notes for this because this is an older packaging, and back in these days, what year was this candle? Looks like 2019 maybe. We weren't getting scent notes on the bottom of our candles in Canada at that point. Berry waffle cone, I mean, this is a pretty popular candle. To me, and I have said this before, I don't really get berries, but I get a super sweet bakery vibe, and it is kind of like a waffle. Kind of like waffle cone. It's kind of like Scentsy's Strip Waffle Delight. And I love it because it's not a spicy bakery. So it's a bakery without, you know, the cinnamon and clove and all that I don't love. It's really pretty. So good. I think I have actually one more in this packaging in my stash, so that's exciting. The performance on the burn, no surprise. It was great till the halfway point. At the halfway point, I had to start dumping wax. It was sooting. The wicks were drowning. You know, typical BBW candle BS. You can tell I was dumping wax out of it. I was getting frustrated because the burn wasn't clean anymore. It was starting to affect the scent. Yeah, you know, typical BBW. I do really like the packaging on this. I love this label, but I'm just noticing right now that it's quite crooked. I don't know if you guys can tell that on camera. Not a huge deal, but yeah, I really love this label. It's really pretty when it burns. I guess you can kind of see there, the label isn't really lined up. So yeah, I have a backup. I don't know if I will just throw it on a warmer or burn it until it goes crappy and then throw it on a warmer, but it's a beautiful scent. Give it a try if you see it out and about. It's kind of a great all year round bakery scent in my opinion. Especially because I don't love spicy scents. I finished up my second single wick in the Raspberry Mimosa candle. This one I kind of tried in a few different areas to see if I could get a little more strength and throw, because the first one I burned was very light. And this one, I was able to get, every once in a while I could get a whiff of it, which was nice. I still stick by my guns on this one, and I say this one smells like a, sort of like a raspberry lemonade, which I really enjoy. Now this did actually, I will say, the single wicks take forever to pull out, like forever, hours and hours and hours. But then if you do make sure you let it pool out and you trim the wick, all that jazz, you do get a cleaner burn than the 3 wicks, in my experience. Yeah, this smells like raspberry lemonade and soot right now. It doesn't smell good anymore. But I was really hoping to get around to my 3 wick raspberry mimosa by the end of the summer so I could actually smell it, because, you know, the 3 wicks are obviously stronger, but I didn't get around to it, but that's okay. I'll get to it next spring, summer. I don't know if I would repurchase this in the single wick just because I can barely smell it, which is unfortunate because it's like, you know, the single wicks are a cleaner burn, but that doesn't mean a whole lot if you can't smell it, right? Like, that's kind of the whole point. So I tried that one in my bedroom, and even still, like, I had to stand over the flame to smell it, and I just feel like that should not be the case. Okie dokie. Let's talk car scents before we talk about bars. I got in a whiff box a Pineapple Pucker scent circle. I put it in the car. I smelled it for a few days. It was really strong, but only for a few days. I actually don't know where the scent circle itself is. I remember throwing it in my purse to bring it in to film, but I haven't seen it since. So I don't know if it fell out of my purse or if it's just somewhere that I can't find. But here's the package. Pineapple Pucker is beautiful. It reminds me of Pineapple Sorbet, for those of you that remember that fragrance. I liked that one. It's just like a sweet, juicy pineapple. I love pineapple IRL. I could eat pineapple every day. I tend to eat it until my mouth hurts, actually, which isn't necessarily a good thing. I just took this out of my car like an hour ago. In my mini fan in my car, I was using Go-Go Mango with the matching car bar because I'm not getting a lot of strength and throw from this pod. Like, I can smell it when I hold it up to my face right now. It smells good, but in the car I couldn't really smell it anymore. This car bar smells like 90% nothing and 10% Go-Go Mango at this point. Kind of disappointed. I don't know. I'm not finding the best strength and throw performance from the Scentsy car fragrance stuff anymore, and I don't know if it's me or if it's the product. But Go-Go Mango is just amazing. It's sweet, juicy mango. It is a dupe, in my opinion, of the Bath & Body Works fragrance from many moons ago, Bali Mango, which was one of my all-time favorite fragrances from BBW. This smells exactly like it. It takes me back. Every time I smell it, that's what I think of. But yeah, I don't know if it's because the mini fan only holds one pod or what, but right now I've taken all the car fragrance out of my vehicle and I'm gonna try a different fragrance in the pod with nothing else, like no backup, no car bar, no nothing, to see if I can smell that pod. A little experiment. I'll keep you guys posted, obviously. So finished up some Go-Go Mango in the car, almost knocking things over here. And then at one point, just out of like frustration, because I wasn't getting a ton of strength and throw, I added a pack of Berry Bright car bar clips, both of them, which again ain't cheap. So I feel like if you're using both, you should be smacked in the face with Berry Bright scent. And honestly, I wasn't really. I could smell it, and right now holding this up to my nose, it smells like plastic and like 5% Berry Bright. So yeah, they were definitely done, but again, kind of disappointed. I don't know off the top of my head, but I want to say in Canada, I want to say a pack of 2 of these is like 11 bucks. Like, I don't know, if I'm putting $11 worth of a car fragrance in my car, I better smell it more than what I was smelling that. Okay, now let's plow through the bars real quick. Pacific Sandalwood. I think this, you guys know what I'm gonna say, because I say this every single time I haul this scent, and every single time it's in my empties, I say, I think I might take it out of my club. Again, one of the most beautiful things I have ever smelled in my life is a bar of Pacific Sandalwood. It's sexy, it's sweet. It's hard to describe. I get like a spun sugar vibe out of this. I mean, it's just, oh, it's so good. But in my home, it's so light that even if I use an entire bar of this in my bedroom, which is what I usually do, an entire bar gives me like a light strength and throw, if that. So, I don't know. I keep saying I'm gonna take it out and then I don't. Probably will happen one of these days. Windowsill Breeze. I have been warming this in my bathroom 1 or 2 cubes at a time, so this bar lasted forever in my bathroom. You guys know how I feel about this. I love it in the laundry. I find this is a beautiful, beautiful linen laundry cotton type scent. It is probably my all-time favorite Scentsy laundry fragrance. But Normally I find the clean laundry scents to be punch you in the face, strong, and I don't find that with this one. This one is like light to medium at best. So this is another one that's like, I keep it in my club because I love it, but I just wish it performed better. But I do continue to use that in the laundry. My beloved, no surprise here. Actually, hold up. I have quite the stash of Blueberry Rush starting to build up, and because the bars are starting to sweat a fair amount, I've mentioned recently in another video that the clamshells I have that are getting like super juicy, I'm just trying to warm them. Like, let's just warm them before they get to the point that they're just dripping everywhere. Blueberry Rush is life. It is stunning. One of my all-time favorite fragrances. It's sweet, artificial, candy-like blueberry. I think it has cranberry, blackcurrant. I tend to get like a vanilla sugar vibe out of this. I don't know why. Sometimes I smell it and I just get blueberries and cream candy. You know, it's just beautiful. Love, love, love. So I warmed 2 bars of Blueberry Rush recently. I also finally warmed this old ass bar of Simply Vanilla from the Oh Canada collection a few summers ago. I threw this in my club, and then when I got it, so this was poured fall 2019. So it's 2 years old. But yeah, so I got it in my club and then instantly took it out because when I smelled it on cold, I was like, okay, it smells like plastic with a little bit of vanilla. Like I didn't get it. And smelling the clamshell now, it kind of just smells like vanilla extract and plastic. But, and you can see, I've mentioned before that I've noticed with Scentsy bars that are like vanilla based, that I notice those types of scents, the clams go yellow. It's very interesting. But this isn't meant to be like a sweet bakery vanilla. It's meant to be like a more authentic vanilla, I believe. Well, it's supposed to be simply vanilla, right? Here's the thing. I finally warmed it because I've had this sitting out for like a year. Like every season, I'm like, okay, I gotta use that simply vanilla. And then I would push it aside to something else that I wanted to warm more. And then I finally warmed it. And let me tell you, this one totally changes when you warm it. I liked it a lot. I instantly was like, oh, dang, is that the Simply Vanilla I smell? Why did I take that out of my club? It's definitely better when it's warming than on cold. There's no question about it in my experience. So if it ever got voted back, I don't know if it's coming back in the next Bring Back My Bar, actually. I know, yeah, I don't know if it is. Off the top of my head, I'm sorry about that. But if it ever does come back, I probably would grab a bar or two because I actually really did enjoy it. I like when that happens. But, I mean, I could live without it too. Last but not least, I'm just finishing this bar up right now, actually. Apple Cherry Strudel. I decided this was my last time giving this bar a chance. This is my 3rd or 4th bar, probably. I remember when this first came out in the catalog, I was so excited. I warmed it, could barely smell it. But back then I was only using 1 or 2 cubes at a time, and now I throw half a bar in all of my big warmers most of the time, unless it's a crazy strong scent, and then I'll use less. So I'm working on my last 4 cubes of this right now in one of my warmers. And I will say the last couple of bars of this that I warmed did better, but it lasts like a day, which is sad. It's a great scent. I actually can smell like a strudel pastry. I can kind of get a cherry and I can kind of get a cinnamon. I would never smell this and say there's apple in it, but I will say this kind of has winterberry apple tea vibes to me, to my nose. But yeah, just given the fact that I am getting like 1 day of fragrance out of this, I think this is the last chance that Apple Cherry Strudel is getting for me. I'm sorry, but $8 for a bar and then, you know, using 4 cubes twice. So getting 2 days for $8. No, can't do it. Can't do it. So I think I'm done with apple cherry strudel. It's too bad, but that's okay, since he has a ton of other stuff that I love. So, and they're always coming out with new stuff, so I'm okay with that. Guys, I'm gonna move you so you can see what I've gotten through. So this is my empties for the first half of September 2021. Have you guys used any of this? What did you think? What do you guys think of apple cherry strudel? Do you have the same sort of experience as me? Or does it perform great for you? I would love to know. Guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. If you dig this sort of content, make sure that you subscribe to my channel for more. Also, guys, make sure you hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any upcoming content. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderfully scented day. Bye.